What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabbit here, and Ice River released new firmware for all of their ASIC miners for Kaspa. So here we do have a KS1 and 2 KS2s, and up here we have 3 KS0s. Now, I will go through this and show you guys exactly how to get this updated. I already did it all, but we are seeing stability in our hash rate.
Oh, nice. Hey, guys, come here. Check this out. I'm getting some miners from Miner Bros. I bet you didn't know this. With Miner Bros, what you see is what you get. The cost of the item is shipping cost to your door, including import fees. That means no hidden fees later on, unlike the other guys, which nail you at the checkout. So what are you waiting for? Get your ASICs today. Link is in the description, and code RABBIT will grant $50 off every individual item. Here we are on the official Ice River website, and if you're unsure which website that is iceriver.io. So once you're on the website, I will have a link to the firmwares down in the description, but simply come up to support, go to tutorial, scroll on down, and you will see firmware download. Click on that and it will take you to all the different firmwares available, and it does state make sure that you do download the proper firmware for the proper miner, and this is a beta, but you can see KS0, KS1, everyone is labeled. Make sure you do download the proper one and then unzip that. Once you unzip it, there are instructions here. The uploading file you will use is the one that ends in BGZ. Well, I got you here. I do want to point one more thing out. It does look like the official control boards for the KS3M are now available. They have an updated chip, and you can put these into the KS3L and upgrade them to 6 or 7 terahash. Just thought I would point that out. All right, so now for the speculation. They don't say exactly what this firmware does, so we're going to have to guess a little bit. I've seen a few posts what some people think, and now we're going to go through it. Right now, we can officially see that the hash rate on these miners are very stable now. If you're unfamiliar, before, it was almost like a big wave shooting all around like this. It was upwards of, say, this is the KS1 here. It was upwards of 1.5 gigahash down to like 500 megahash. So it would be like constant swings like crazy all over the place, but now we see a nice stable line. If we look at the KS2, same thing, nice and stable. We can see a nice straight line. Another KS2, same thing. KS0, you know, fairly straight here, nice and straight on a KS0, and then another KS0. Everything seems to be working just fine. So we are seeing a lot more stable hash instead of a lot of fluctuations. Now, the other thing is we're going to have to retest every pool test. Any test that we've seen so far, we're going to have to redo them, because we know pools have been tweaking for these Kaspa ASICs because they had to go through the code and get everything tweaked out for their own due to the way these things were mining on the previous firmware. Now, some people have been speculating that this actually added that pool fix, which means every pool now, even if they didn't tweak in the past, may now have the fix due to this firmware. So every pool may be tweaked for the ASICs now. So I got to go back, revamp everything, retest everything, and see what is now the best Kaspa pools. Are they still the same, or is everything pretty close now? It's going to be a very interesting test. But right now, that's all we really know for sure is the hash rate is nice and consistent at this point, and maybe all the pools will be fixed because this firmware is now tweaked. All right, so now we'll just quickly show you how to update it. And it's just like everything else. You go to firmware upgrade here in the corner, select your file. You don't have to click here, but I like to do that anyway. Select your file, go into downloads. Make sure you do have them extracted already. Here you can see KS0, KS1, KS2. Pick whatever miner you do have. In this case, this is the KS0 miner. We're going to click on here, and then we're going to hit the update.bgz. Hit open, and now you can see it's going to say fake path, yada yada. That is okay. That's normal. People have been saying, hey, you know, this freaked me out at first. Yeah, sure. Kind of, I was like, what's going on here at first as well, but it's just fine. Next thing you're going to do is hit the update button. At that point, it's simply going to say, okay, update complete. Now, one of two things will happen. Right after it says, okay, done, it's going to say, will you want to reset? You say, yes, it's okay to reset. Other times, it might not ask you to reset. If it doesn't, then make sure you manually restart it by hitting the restart. If you don't, it will not do the update, or the update has gone through, but it doesn't take hold until the miner resets. Now, it does keep all your settings as well, and you can keep an eye down at the bottom just to make sure that this update has happened. This number will change to this number right here, 1597994. That number pops up on every ASIC I have. So that's it. Once you do all the updating process, make sure you do restart it, whether it asks you or doesn't. hit that restart button after the fact if it doesn't ask you. Once it reboots, you'll be all good to go.
All right, there we have it. That is how you update your firmware. Pretty quick in a nutshell, just like everything else, but do make sure you restart those miners if it doesn't ask you. Second, looking like we are getting a lot more stable hash rate here. Let me know if you have a Kaspa ASIC. If you're looking for any, be sure to check them links in the description, as well as how is your Kaspa mining going so far. I'll see you on the next one. Rabbit out.